Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
My name is Greg Jacquin.
I'm Greg Connors.
Thank you for tuning in today. I think we're good to go. So, hello from New York.
Hello.
I thank you, Greg Connors, for joining me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for asking. You're getting pretty
Have you
good at
been?
this, Greg.
Have you been, man?
Oh, I'm all right. I guess I kind of like the isolation part, but
Yeah.
the inconvenience stuff, the general paranoia and fear is a little rough. But it's also brought about sort of a weird unity or care amongst people too. There is like an upside to this.
Yeah, I've noticed that, especially amongst my friends,
Yeah,
the musicians, and that's. I guess that's normal in these circumstances.
yeah.
But let's jump right into it. And how about you play a song for us, Greg?
All right, cool. This is a song called Highway One. Just got finished working on it. Actually, Scott Hall mastered it. It sounds great.
Scott
And
Hall, Master Disc.
yeah, and Gretchen Pelleton is making a video for it. And so this is called Highway One. I'm going to try to do it this way. A taxing suspect timing. All the days I could have been chiming in. Now 1,000-mile trek later, you come to me with your container overflowing with shards of tin, tending to the clutter, butter up those broad strokes. Highway One, seafoam never chokes on jagged rocks, and it takes a while, but the rocks they smooth out. Our fortunes match and burn, mysteriously return. Tending to the clutter, butter up those broad strokes in Highway One. Seafoam never chokes on jagged rocks, and it takes a while, but the pot stays smooth out. The hawk flies. Does it have to choose a side before it swoops and glides and swoops down for its prey and pride, tending to the clutter? Butter up those broad strokes, Highway One. See stars of X and cars, Harold and Maude, and the thing you know, enough fortunes match. Thank you.
Very, very, very nice, man. So, do people ask you a lot what your lyrics are about or what your songs are about?
Um, sort of. Um, yeah. Well, there's the sort of that's weird. What do you mean by that? Or what is your influence? And then there's the practical thing. You know, like actually working with Gretchen on the video. She's like, what does this part mean? So I can break, so I can get an idea of how to work with this. And then George, when I worked with him, that's what he did too. He was like, is this what you mean? So it's hard to explain that sometimes. And then I find a lot of times with artists who I like, when I hear what they really meant by that song, it's it can be disappointing or it's different than what I thought. So like the way a lot of times it's dangerous to ask that. It's like
I think everyone takes away a different interpretation of lyrics a lot.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, and a lot of artists just sometimes throw words together, and people read all these deep meanings into it, and it's really just words that sound nice together.
Exactly.
Or other times it's really deeply personal, and you're just putting yourself out there 100%. So it's different, I guess, in every song. But it's kind of nice when the people.
Yeah, and a lot of times it comes from something within you that is not contrived.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're saying you're just putting words together, just putting those words together comes from a certain place.
Well, yeah, I don't think I ever decide which word to put together. They just come out while I'm singing, or while I'm creating or writing, or however you look at it. So, yeah, I guess I'll play a song.
Play me a song, Greg.
This is a song from my first EP, which I recorded at AFA Recording in Cortland with Greg Scatino. He's a great producer and a great musician, and he was awesome to work with. So this song I wrote with Paul Griffin, who's a piano player that I worked with. It's called Yesterdays. Stare out the window, look at the river all day. Tracing my footsteps and trying to find my way. Why can't I chase the wind? Can't I quite remember that day from you changed my life forever? All my yesterdays, they seem so far away. I need a time machine to get back on you. The thing I remember, stand on the shoreline, watch the clouds roll by. Drunk and pretending that everything okay. I'm lying to myself, lying to my friends all the time. was you blame me for trying, you blame me for everything at all. All my yesterday seems so far away. I need a time machine to get back home with you. But then I remember all the shines Thank you, man.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, that's one of the songs that people ask me about, and they always get it wrong because I say that day in September that changed my life forever, and people always associate that with 9/11, which obviously is a huge day in history and in New York, but I was referring to something else in my life. So, like that's one of those songs that I put a lot of personal stuff into it, and people often misinterpret it.
Right. Has anybody ever said, are you like a scientist trying to invent time machines? Are you a mechanical engineer?
No, that's
They
never.
haven't said that?
That's never come up. But maybe it will.
It's just maybe with like this kind of publicity like we're doing on here, people will ask about your engineering.
There's a cool video for that song on YouTube.
There is.
Greg Jacquin did a video for it, and it's got a pretty cool concept, and all the musicians that are on the album and perform the song or in the video. So check that out if you get a chance. I think
is that the one where
you're in that video?
Yeah, that's a great video.
Yeah,
that's one of my Greg Jacquin favorites. That's
thank you.
I like you can't blame me for trying like you blame me for some like everything else.
That's another really personal line. So.
Yeah, I get that.
Sometimes it's just you have to write a song to get things out that normally you wouldn't be able to get out. So
yeah.
But and let's just get back into the music though, please, Greg. Play another song for us.
All right. This is off the EP called Caught Up. This is called Death by Cop, which is definitely lends itself to asking what I meant by that. I don't have a capo, so I'm struggling with it. Hang on. Let me see. All right. Don't. Yeah, a capo directs my life. The cat's by the sink, near the cold coffee you forgot to drink. We ate well under copper pans, and then we played good to our three fans. Someplace I can't find. You really took me away from my madness. You made my day, and then we hid out after they gave chase, and the botched robbery caught my face. Someplace I can't find. Someplace I can't find. So raise a revolver like you're something you can do. Maybe I'll want you. You You came to make me stop. It's a lot like death by cop. Raise the gun and close my eyes. I'm already gone. I hate goodbye. Someplace I can't find. Someplace I can't find. Barren trees and the dusty skies. The season pulls the wool over my eyes, and I'm not like I used to be. Like that Cat Power song, You're Free. Someplace I can't find. Someplace I can't find. Just to raise the revolver like there's something you could do, and maybe I'll hit one of you. You came to make me stop. It's a lot like death by cop. Raise the gun, close my eyes, I'm already gone. I hate goodbyes. Someplace I can't find. Someplace I can't find. Someplace I can't find. Thank you.
That's a great song, man. It's one of my favorites.
Thank you, man.
I like the recorded version of that. It's got a lot of texture.
Yeah,
and
it's interesting. Scott Fergala recorded that one. Nick Cotillo was playing at the time. Wrote it on my birthday, actually here. It was one of those ones that came to me really quick. Here at this cat sitting house in Bedford Corners. That one came to me real quick a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Scott's easy to work with. He gets a good sound. He did Hopeless Entrance with You and I in my first album.
Right.
Which came out really good. It's got a whole different feel than the rest of the album, but it fits in perfect.
Yeah, we should play that more.
Yeah.
It's a good tune. That one pops into my head every once in a while.
I don't play it a lot either because I forget your lyric. I always forget your part if you're not there.
I think I remember your part better than mine, actually, but I got to rehearse it.
Yeah, we should.
I actually forget the progression too, but it's a neat progression, like a lot of sevenths and stuff, right? It's kind of it's a cranky little progression.
It's got 2 7s. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. It's different for me. I like it because I wouldn't have put those chords together. So that's why I like writing with people very much, very much, very much. So I would love to play that one right now, but I'm not going to mess it up online for all eternity. I'm just going to play something that I've played.
Everybody would laugh at us.
I'm going to play one of my songs from my newest album, Clock Put Down. It's called Time Again. It was freezing outside. It always snows on my birthday. Some things that never will change. I always fall flat on my face. Time and time and time again. lost in my thoughts all the time. You can't judge me till you've been in my shoes. And I've lost more than you'll ever know. It still doesn't make it okay to be angry, bitter all day. Time and time and time again, left me on the line again. Bring me back to the start again. Let me on to try again. Time and time and time again. Born on a Friday, I think. I bet it was freezing outside. 'Cause it always snows on my birthday. And there's some things that never will change. I always fall flat on my face. Time and time and time again, left me on the line again. Bring me out to try again. Send me back to start again. Time and time and time 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 again. Oh, sorry.
Hey, yeah, that's nice. That's another one of my favorites of yours, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, that one actually, I wrote that one right here, sitting right here on this desk.
Is that right?
Well, I actually wrote most of my songs.
Yeah. You mentioned your birthday on that one, and we're both Capricorns, so I always find that interesting because it's funny. If you do your mathematics correct, and you don't want to think about your parents too much in that way, but it was spring conception, which is the typical of us mammals. And so then all of a sudden we're born in this cold season where it's really rough, and it's kind of an interesting dynamic in which to start one's life. It is about falling flat on your face.
Well, yeah, that part. The birthdays, the winter birthdays, I remember just being. I had a couple of birthday parties canceled, so I always associated snow and cold weather with my birthday. And then I had to look it up to see what day of the week it was when I was writing the song because I wanted it to be accurate. And now with
what day of the week was it?
Friday.
Friday.
I think that's what I said. I mean, I've sung this song so many times, it's just kind of natural.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I say I'm born on a Friday, I think. But yes,
that is what it says.
Friday. So yeah, I think we're gonna finish it up with another song from you. If you don't mind, probably another.
This one I haven't tried in a long time. This one was on this album I did down in Atlanta called Invisible Tape. This guy Zod or Dave Watkins down there recorded it, and I don't know if I can do it, but it's been in my. It's called Crane.
Go for it.
Things could always be worse, I thought with shame. My Uncle Henry called it the Connors curse. You can always blame the name. Well, I hope they feel better than worse. I felt useless and away, and I needed a crane. When everything is going right, something was bound to go wrong. One of the first things I noticed before it was something I was even on, and then the talk of death became so usual, and you were wondering who would show up to your funeral, and if it would rain, and you needed a crane. If I had a crane, well then I'd probably just want a silver spoon. But now, a clue would do. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thank you.
That was great, man.
Thank you.
I think I have that CD. I've heard that song before.
It's definitely on Bandcamp.
I haven't heard. I have all your CDs. You gave them to me a long time ago, but I haven't heard that one live before. I don't think.
No, it's a good one.
Thank you for performing that one, and thanks again for coming on today.
Thank you for doing this, man.
I'll be back on later this evening at 7 o'clock with Miyuki Furtado from.
He's cool. I heard him the first time the other night.
Yeah, he's from a band called The Binding Rod, from the area, from Brooklyn, I think from Baltimore.
Cool.
He's great, and we'll be back at 7 o'clock. I'll be back with Miyuki, and thanks again, Greg.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man. I love you.
Love you too. You take care, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.